I'm easily fascinated. I'm feeling so creative. It's your boy Stevie, I'm a planet Earth native. I'm enjoying all the moments cause it's such a thrill living. And I'm not sure if you notice, listen up, we're still spinning.
Yeah, yo, another episode of Still Spinning Podcast because we're still spinning as always. Can't stop it, can't dispute it. This is episode 39. Last one was kind of like a short one, a rant one. This is going to be the same thing. That's why you hear the generic intro. I do want to get back to making raps for every intro, but I just haven't had the time and have had more spontaneity in my thoughts that I wanted to share. So the last one, I don't know if you've heard it, but I called it Energy, and it was just about following what you want to do, doing what you want to do, and deeper than that, not just thinking about doing hobbies that you like to do, but there's reasons to it. It'll lead to something you know. I used the surfing analogy to sum it up real quick, was that doing what you want to do, or life is kind of like the ocean, and surfing is whatever you want to do as a metaphor. And if you get out there and start trying to do what you want to do, you get better at reading the ocean and reading what you want to do, and get better at catching waves, and get better at the thing you want to do, and you get to do it more often. And then once you're doing it more often and getting better at it, you can make progress, you could find your own style doing it, and you just don't know what it'll lead to after that. And the point is, just try to follow what you like to do, and you can go listen to that one for more of what my rant on that. But what I wanted to talk about today, which is why this is Energy Part 2, is because I wanted to add on to that Energy other podcast that I made. And the thing I wanted to add on to it is that that I forgot to touch on the last one was that sometimes when you follow this energy, it leads you to a place where you're kind of uncomfortable, or you feel embarrassed, or you're trying to do something that you might think other people or your friends or your family might think is wrong, not even because it's like harmful or negative, just because they don't like that path, they don't see the value in it or whatever it is, and you shy away from it because you just don't really have support for it, or you kind of doubt that it's the right thing to do. And I see that a lot. I also saw it in myself, but I overcame it, and now I'm a lot happier with the things I'm doing, and I'm enjoying everything I'm doing. That's why I'm always so hype and motivated, because it's just I'm just literally doing what I purely enjoy to do. So my point, though, what I wanted to stress is that everything that other people think is all stems from other people's thoughts that are just collective thoughts of people that have just been growing up and living here as well. So there's no real right or wrong. I mean, obviously there's wrong in the sense of like harming other people and doing negative things, but if whatever you want to do is positive and it makes you enjoy life more, and it makes a positive emotions for yourself and people around you, whatever it is, as long as it's positive, there's no wrong path anywhere. And just remember that every other person's thoughts, the reason they think that's the wrong path is because they were told by somebody else, or they see it a different way. It's not that it's wrong, and you have to trust yourself, and you have to also just remember that it's still spinning, and there's not really any guideline to how this is supposed to go, and there's no defined path for anybody, and you really have to be the only one that knows where you should go is you. And yes, take advice and try things that other people try, and learn from the people who have made success and things like that. But ultimately, you really have to ignore people that don't see it the way you see it. And obviously, all of this comes with taking everything people say with a grain of salt, and don't just be blind to everybody and listen to people if they're close to you and they think it's negative towards you. But if they just think it's the wrong way, or they think something else is best for you, you definitely know what's best for you. And also, don't let people take you down that you think are just like haters. Basically, is like when you have such a short life, and we don't even know what the point is, like we said in the last one, and we don't know the purpose. So what I said in the last one is we don't even know really what the end goal is. There's not even really an end goal. So what I like to do is just try to enjoy myself as much as possible, and that obviously does not mean just F off and do anything I want at all times. I'm trying to still improve and progress, but at the same time, try to make my life around those things that provide the most energy that I like. And that's what the whole Energy podcast was about. And I just want to stress that I feel like a lot of people don't do that because they have so many things, so many outside forces that are trying to direct them in a way that they don't want to go. So just remember, other people's thoughts all just come from thoughts. And we don't have any thoughts that we shouldn't or should have, that meaning that were given to us for certain reasons. We don't even know where we're headed, and people don't even know why they have their thoughts. They haven't even thought that far deep into why they think that's the wrong path, is what I'm trying to say. So just when people say things or they try to steer you away from what you feel is right, just try to think where that thought came from, why they think that. And it's probably rooted in something that they learned from somebody else. So there's other people out there like you that probably have the same thoughts of you or whatever path you're going on. So find those people, because I just think that'll lead you to that energy wave that we were talking about in the other one. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to add that on because I forgot it in the last energy podcast, is that I stress to go towards that energy, use that energy, build momentum, find your progress, find your path and things like that. But then I forgot to add on that sometimes there's blockades and you got to ignore that, not blindly ignore them like I said, but you know what I'm talking about. Just take advice, listen to people, but don't live other people's way of living. Live your own and find that energy and go after it. And we're still spinning. It doesn't really matter. And I don't mean that to sound dark, but it means, and I mean it in, go enjoy it more. Find out which way you want to spin and get spinning, bro. And that's pretty much it. All right. I'll see you later. Also, I have this weird setup if you're watching the video podcast because I'm streaming now. Twitch streaming, get at me. We're gaming, bro. It's been a ton of fun. I've been loving the feedback. I also do like Q&As while I'm doing the streaming, so it's been really great because I do like a live Q&A as I do it. So if you're interested in that, I'm probably streaming later tonight again. It's like a week in a row already. Dunking tomorrow. Finish my strength phase. I just posted the last strength phase video and I explained what my strength phase was all about and why I worked out the way I did. And dunking tomorrow, so I'm hoping for a new dunk mix. Next couple weeks we're dunking, and then dunk camp in 2 weeks in Utah. If you haven't heard of that, you must not be a dunk fan at all because it's been all over everywhere. Shout out to Andy for putting that together. I'm super pumped about that. If you need more information, hit me up, hit Andy up. His name's at Over the Hill Dunker and at the Dunk Camp on Instagram. If I said it wrong, I'll put the right link down below. But yeah, that's super. I can't wait for that. Super fun. Gonna be. That's like, what's it called? Future tense. I don't know what I'm talking about. But point is, I have 2 weeks till then. I'm going to hit the light lifting, get myself at the top of the window so I can be jumping my highest when I get there. And I'm super pumped just to be back dunking all full time again. So let's get it. Still Spinning Podcast. We out!